to Budget Beauty. I am Lindsay Beatty, and I'm the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And this is our very special series that we are doing for the next 12 days. We will be doing a beauty look every day. And I will be posting it, and I will be detailing from start to finish how I did it. And most of these are probably going to be tutorials that I've found where I'm like, ooh, I want to recreate that look and see if I can do it with my little makeup skills that I've acquired over the year of doing Budget Beauty regularly. So today's look is going to be a brown look. As you can see, I'm wearing brown. I'm wearing one of my favorite sweater dresses that I got from New York & Company some years ago. And so I was like, ooh, I'll do a brown smoky gold eye. I've been experimenting with that throughout the year, and it's one of my favorite ones that I try to do. Mostly I try to do like a summer version, and I try to do a winter version. And so this is going to be the winter version because I'm wearing this sweater. So I am going to try to do it, and I'm going to try to put a reference photo over here where I'm pointing, and hopefully in post-production I will put it up so that I can show you guys the look that I found that I'm trying to recreate, and we're gonna see how close I come. So for right now, at least so y'all can see from the beginning, as I have it off to the side in post-production, this is for my reference to put it over here. I'm going to do this one. So I pulled it up on my old iPhone. I keep my iPhone now. This is an iPhone 7 Plus, and I keep it as a music player for myself because I don't want my music on my phone, on my actual, like my phone that I'm recording with right now. I don't want all my music on there because I have 50 gigs worth of music, and it's a lot of music. So I'm like, listen, at any given time I have too much music. So I am going to be using my old phone for this photo here for reference. So you guys can see that's actually takes off the thing so you guys can see better. I got this off of Pinterest, and so I will be posting it in this photo. This was, I searched for gold smoky eye, and that came up. And that was this was what I wanted. This is what I was looking for. And so I was like, oh, she is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And I wanted a gold smoky eye for someone with my skin tone. So I want, because they'll tell you to use like brown as a base, and I'm like, but baby, it is a brown base. Like, I have a brown base. That's what my skin tone is. So I'm like, no, I need somebody starting out with a brown base so that I can build on top of that brown base and use it to my advantage. So I was like, let me go look for some black women with brown base here. Let me refine this search and make it better. So I did. And so I am going to be using this, but I don't have a place. I can't like set it up here. That's why I'm going to have the reference photo over here, where I have some space. And so you guys can actually see my face while I'm doing all this. I'm going to put this down on my makeup table so that you can see me as I'm going here. So I am very pleased. Y'all are talking to, as we kick off these 12 days of beauty, y'all are talking to a diamond member of Ulta. I know it's not really that big of a deal. I literally spent $1,200 on makeup in a given year. That's what it is. But my husband made a big deal about it. So I was like, okay, well. He was like, you're a diamond bear. And I was like, I am a diamond bear. I'm like a diamond bear. So yes, that's all it means. I went to Ulta and spent a lot of money in the year 2025. So, and I spent a lot of money. Like, I was platinum at the end of 2024. I'm pretty sure I was platinum. I don't remember. I know I was platinum in 2025 because that's how I made it to diamond by the end of the year. I was already platinum like near some point at the beginning of the year. So when I started Budget Beauty. So yeah, I was already buying makeup as it was anyway. So then I started Budget Beauty and it was like, oh, okay, well. I mean, we just continuing the goal. So, all right. So what we're going to do in this one, so this is going to be kind of a tutorial. I bring that up to tell y'all that this is going to be a tutorial, but I'm also using all brand new products minus like one thing here. I'm using all brand new products that I bought in this haul recently because I didn't get a chance to film buying and trying. And so we are literally trying new things in this haul that came out of this haul. And so I am going to be trying these things for the first time. Some of these things I have used before. Some of these things I have not. As a matter of fact, a lot of these things I've not used before. So we're going to see how this is going to go. So per the usual, I have my hair pulled back. I need to pin my bangs, which I will do now, because they will get in the way when I go to put on foundation and primer, and I would like to mattify my face down and set it with powder primer. So let's go ahead and pin these here bangs back. So the 12 days of beauty, this is the concept. 12 days of beauty, we will be trying to do tutorials, and I'm trying to find tutorials for colors that I like and attempt to do the look and see if I can do it. Sometimes we may succeed and sometimes we will probably fail, but it's the fun in trying. So that is what we are doing here. So that's the aim of the 12 days of beauty. And I anticipate that this will be an annual thing. We will do every year around Christmas, because generally, and also the reason why this is important is because generally I take time off at Christmas. So I save my vacation time that I earn and accrue during the year with my job. I save my vacation time for the end of the year, because there is a time between Christmas and New Year that I have time. I have lots of time. I was thinking about this. The best way to describe this. I have lots of time. There's time between Christmas and New Year's. Like I'm probably not going to be doing a whole bunch of work. So I can take off a bunch of time. Now, when I'm a manager, maybe not. But right now, I'm kind of I guess you could consider me a junior manager, I guess. So I still am at that point where I could take the time and it not affect my engagements and things. So that's why I'm like, all right. And I learned my first year at this job, just go ahead, take that time between Christmas and New Year's, because ain't nobody going to be there to give you assignments and to help you do stuff. So you go ahead and take the time. Well, my first year there, I didn't have enough time saved up because I'd only been there 6 months. Now I've been there almost 5 years, and I very seldom take vacation. I have very specific days that I take vacation. So I have a bunch of time off during the year here. So at this point, I have a bunch of days. And so I was like, well, I usually take, starting with my second year there, which was 2022, I started taking off that time. So now this is an annual tradition for me. So I'm going to be off I started with December 19th, Friday, December 19th, which was like 2 days ago. And I will be off until January the 5th. So that is why I was like, oh, I will have time to do, I will have time to do. So that's what I'm doing. So here we are. Okay. So before we even get started with this primer and all, let's do I'm going to shape up my eyebrows a little bit so you guys can see what I do, because it's very little with my eyebrows, and you guys never see me do this on camera in the main series or anything like that, because I don't usually need to, but I want to do a little shaping up with my brows. So, I'll see these little beastly eyebrows that I have. I have very, very, very thick eyebrows, and they are wild. Now, I do not have a unibrow, though I have a few little tiny hairs right here in the bridge. I do not have a unibrow. It could possibly grow across if I messed with it, like where I plucked it or whatever. So I'm just brushing them gently to like shape them up and calm them down. Because generally I have to brush my brows just like I brush the hair on my head. Like otherwise it will get bushy and it will be wild. I am missing a little patch right there. I guess I could maybe fill that in. Maybe. But I haven't had anything professionally done to my brows since probably 2007. Because I just don't fool with them. Like, I don't need to. And the less I fool with it, the better. Because otherwise, my brows would just act all the way up. And then y'all see my sideburns over here. I have so much hair on my face. Like, I could comb my sideburns like an actual beard if I really wanted to. I'm just the hairiest person. And yes, I have hairy arms and hairy legs. I am extremely hairy and my hair grows incredibly fast. You guys have seen this. My regular viewers who have been watching in the main series, y'all hear me talk about my sideburns all the time. I can shave these and they will be back in about 2 weeks. That's how fast my hair grows. At least on this. Now my actual hair on my head, this is some of that right there. That's just the side. I'm trying to pull this wig down and keep it in place. My actual hair grows incredibly fast too. I have what is considered 4C coarse, fast growing hair. And it is incredibly thick and kinky. And it grows incredibly fast. I can shave my hair. I have shaved my head. I have tested this. I shaved my head and I've shaved it on the sides, like on the side over here and on this side over here. And your girl, I had a full afro within probably 4 months. It grew back and it was a full afro. It had already started growing back and I clean shaved it. So within probably 3 weeks, it was already like coming back. So my hair has always grown really fast. If I shave it and then just like wear wigs or do something else with it and just keep it under wraps and leave it alone, it will grow immediately. It will start growing immediately. I do have a little bit of silver, just a tad. Silver gray in my front up here. But most of the time I'm wearing a wig, so you can't see it. The only person who sees my gray hair is my husband. And that's designed that way. I'm not quite ready to let the silver grow. I would really like for it to just fully go silver instead of being like random strands, because I'd like for it to be fully silver. So, then I would let it out and be full. So, as you can see, I have shaped them up slightly. They're not looking quite as wild and bushy as they were. So, we can get started now. All right, so I'm taking my rings off. And we will get started. So, let's start. We're going to start on the eyes today first, before we do anything else with the face. Somebody else I was watching was like, you should do your eyes first because your face is going to be messy. And you don't want to mess around in your face and then be trying to do your stuff with your eyes. And I'm like, okay. Well, y'all know I used to do my eyes first all the time anyway. So, there's that. So, all right. To start, let's talk about what we're going to do. So, Miss Ma'am has a nice matte base. I'm looking down. So, I'm also looking down at my Barbie mirror here. I'm looking at this photo and Miss Ma'am has a very nice matte base. She got a little bit of highlight going on, but them eyes is the showstopper here. That's the key here. The eyes are the showstopper. So what we need to do is focus on them eyes. See what we can do. Now I can figure out. I'm pretty sure I know how she did these eyes. It looks like, well, for one, it looks like it's a black base a black brown burgundy base with lashes. She's wearing lashes, and maybe some volume, maybe a line over the lash line, but the lashes are probably doing that for her. She probably didn't use a line over the eye. That's what I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, now how did she achieve all this? Now that I'm looking hard at this. Okay, and then on top of that black, brown, burgundy base, she didn't cut the crease, but she did kind of sort of cut it a little bit from the inner corner up like that, like a half cut crease with gold. So I need to do that. I can do that. I know how to do that. The gold we're going to use to get this glitter look, because what she did was she did like an ombre across. So I need to lay down that base all the way across and then do the glitter on top of it, the shimmer on top of it. And I can do that. That's not hard at all. And then she kind of put some up underneath the eye. She did a black, I'm trying to think. Did she do a black line up underneath here? Not really. She did kind of, but not really. She really did a gold up underneath there. To be safe, I'm going to do a black line with some gold on top of it. Because I see she did it. She did the gold in the inner corners. And then, but the eyes are the main attraction here. They're gorgeous. I mean, this woman is absolutely stunning. But the lips are the next main thing, and I know how to achieve those lips. I'm pretty sure I can get the lips. I got stuff to make that work the way I want it to work. It's going to involve some glitter, maybe a brown, it's going to involve a brown matte and some glitter, not glitter, but gloss on top of it. So yeah, the lips aren't hard at all. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to do these eyes to start with. So, since this is also a buying and trying, as I'm going through, I will detail new products as we're going. All right, so to start, we're going to try this. This is the Ulta Beauty Pigment Pop Longwear Eye Primer. So this is like a white eyeshadow primer. Okay. I saw this and I was like, oh, okay, all right, Ulta, I'll give you a try. I'll see what you got. I'll play your game, sir. Let me get a tool really fast. I'll reach off camera here and get this tool. So I need a tool because I realized this is like the Juvia's Place, and you have to the eye prime, so you have to like squeeze it out of this tube, and I don't want to squeeze it on my eyelid. I want to control how much I put on here by using a tool. Also, I'm going to need this tool when I go to put down my base. For the eyeshadow. So I'm going to keep this out somewhere. I don't know where. I literally have no place to put anything on this table right now. So let me put that over there, I guess. All right. So this is a squeeze top. As you can see, this is like the Juvia's Place. And then I shook it up a little bit. So I'm going to squeeze her. If it will come out. I think it should be coming out at any moment now. There it is. Okay. I have to squeeze kind of hard here, apparently. All right. So I'm going to spread this out with my finger, and then I'm going to apply it on my eye. All right. So here we go. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, Lord, it's white. Okay, they weren't playing when they said this is white. Okay, so I really didn't need that much, so we're going to go ahead and put some over here on the other eye, because that is a lot. Y'all, that was so much. I did not realize it was going to be that much. All right, well, at least we're covering it up with some, we're going to cover it up with eyeshadow, so. Okay, so per the usual, I'm laying down some primer on his eyes, because we prime in this house. Because primer. Do not put down makeup with no primer underneath. You need primer. And I'm glad I watched one of my faves, as always. I watched Robert Welsh the other night, and he talked about primer in a short. Listen, he made an excellent point. Some days your makeup may just not be hitting the way you want it to hit. And it might not work the way you want it to work. And you may or may not need primer. I mean, some people use primer every day. I use primer every day. Anytime I'm putting makeup on my face at this point, with my level of skill and knowledge of makeup application and techniques and all, your girl don't go without no primer on. The only thing I do not put primer on is my lips if I am wearing liquid lipstick, because it does not adhere like it should if I put on some primer of any kind underneath that. If I'm wearing gloss, however, and you guys have seen that, if I'm wearing gloss, I am wearing primer, because it does keep my lips from being destroyed. So, that's helpful. But otherwise, we put on primer every day for face and eyes, because it just makes my makeup last longer, and it makes my eyeshadow pop more when I want it to pop. All right, so as y'all can see, I've put this primer on, this white primer on. That's an interesting, okay. I was not prepared for all of that primer for that little bit, what I feel like was a little bit that I squeezed out, turned out to be so much primer. And I got it all on my hands and stuff, so you can see it's on this hand and all on this, goodness. So trying to find where I put my little cloth. Okay. So yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's a lot of primer. It's a whole lot of primer. All right, so that primer is dry on this eye, mostly because I didn't put a ton on this one. Yeah, it's dry on this eye. This one, I just finished smoothing out, so we got to give it a little bit to sit like it should. But okay, we're gonna see how well this does. I am gonna cover it up with mascara, probably with mascara, but also eyeshadow. I'm gonna cover it up with eyeshadow, so we're gonna see how that's gonna do. All right, now while we're waiting for that one to dry, let's go ahead and do this under eye. Now I got some liquid liner, and I'm looking in this Ulta bag. So I got some of this ColourPop, another thing of this ColourPop liquid liner, BFF liquid liner, and we will use that since it's new in our haul, not new in the kit. I've had this before and I really liked it. So let's go ahead and put some liner here. Love a good fresh eyeliner pen. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this black liner on, and then we're going to put gold on top of it. Came out the pen ready and willing and ready to go. All right. So Miss Ma'am in this picture is not wearing a wing, so we are not going to do a wing. Okay. So that'll dry really fast. And then for the gold, I have two golds that I could use. One of which is this. This is the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Wildcat. We're going to use this to affect the gold once this dries. I want this to dry real well before I start to put that liner on. Because what will happen is then we'll start moving the liner if it's not dry. So, yeah, I want to let this dry just a second. All right, now I do believe this eye is dry. It is. All right, so we are ready to do that. So now, all right, I need to figure out this base. So I'm looking at my colors. What do I have to do this base? Like I say, I'm looking at Miss Ma'am's face here, and she used a burgundy brown blackish liner. Burgundy and brown mostly. Okay. All right. So in that case, let's use, for this we're going to use, I have a new brown. Actually, I do have a new brown. And I have this. I'm going to use this for the burgundy. So this is the ColourPop Rock On palette. It has a burgundy in it that is absolutely smoking gorgeous. And I'm going to use that for my base because I want a powder base instead of using a color base. Instead of using a shadow stick base. I want a powder base. So I do have a brown base that I could use that I just bought. So, and I have two brown bases actually. I'm reaching down into this Ulta bag. That's why I'm looking all kind of crazy down here. All right, I found it. Okay. So this is the Ulta Beauty Collection eyeshadow single. This is the shade Coffee Bean. So as y'all can see, it's very brown. It's probably going to match my eye very well. Probably. It's going to match my eyelid very well. So let's go ahead and lay this down. And then we'll layer some burgundy on top and feather that out. And then maybe we'll see if I need to add the black or not. Okay. I've never used an Ulta Beauty eyeshadow single, so here goes. This is why we're saying buying and trying. All right. What did I do with my tool? Just that fast. Let's see what I did with it. Ah, there it is. Okay. So I need this tool. Thankfully, these are 4-sided tools. And so the side that I use for this primer, I can always flip it over and use the other side. That's what we're going to do. All right. So I'm taking this brown and I'm layering on my brush here, trying to get it on my little tool. And we're going to start on this eye. So this, we're going to have to go all the way across. The brown is all the way across, and it forms the basis for the shimmer shadow and the other one. And as I correctly predicted, all it did was put a brown base down back on my eye. Like I mean, you can tell that I have brown on here. Then I am going to come up here and cut this crease a little bit with some gold in just a second. But I wanted to go ahead and get this laid down. And then go back over the top of it with my cream gel liner. This brown is really pigmented too. I will give them that. This is very pigmented because I can see it on my eyelid. Also, it does help that I have on primer underneath. This is why we also wear primer. See? This is a practical application of why we wear primer. So, because that is making that pigment pop a little bit for a brown on top of already brown. Okay. Now, that brown's nice. I like that. Now, in person, it is very brown. You can see it on my eyelid, which is helpful. That is very helpful. All right, so now let's go in with the burgundy. Because the burgundy is going to be very pigmented too. ColourPop's burgundy is very pigmented. All right, so this and this palette, as you can see, I've already used the burgundy down here at least a couple of times. I've used it a couple of times. So I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to take the excess off of here and use it. Okay. I don't want a whole lot. I just want a little bit to just kind of start the ombre over here. Okay. So y'all can see that. It's a very light coating of this. And we have to start on the outer corner because the inner corner is the shimmer on top of this brown. So I want the outer corner to be the burgundy. And I just want it to be a pale dusting of the burgundy. I don't want it to be a lot of burgundy covering up the brown. I just want it to be like a light dusting. And that's really what I needed. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep this out just in case. Always. We always keep it out just in case. And then we go in with the gold. Now, the gold is going to be used. There are going to be two different golds here. So one gold is going to be a pencil. Another gold is going to be a shadow stick. And then we're going to use this also under the eye because the under eye is ready. All right, so let's cut this crease. So I'm looking at her eye. She did not cut it. She did a half crease. She didn't do the whole crease. Okay. She did a half arch on this crease. Okay. All right, so what we need to do is draw, starting from that inner corner, and draw to about halfway across my eye, which is what I did, but you can't see it. I can see it. This pencil is notoriously light. I've noticed that. So I do have another gold pencil that I could use that would be very visible. Okay. So y'all can barely see it now. You can see it right here. But it took some building up to do that. For whatever, and it's because of my skin tone. This shows up as gold, but it's a muted gold for me. So knowing that when I want a muted gold, I do use this one. Because I do not turn down a ColourPop cream gel liner at all. They do not miss. So, okay. So that's fine. I'll come in a little bit more here. All right. If I really want to build it up, I have another pencil that could build this up. So we'll see how this goes. For right now, we'll use this. But this is really pretty, even just like that. All right, now for the piece de resistance. This is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Sticks. And this is going to be from shade Duo 4. And this is the color Apollo. No, I'm sorry. This is Artemis. This is the Artemis side. This is the foil side of this. So we're going to tap and then we're going to swipe. So the way this looks, she did this halfway across the eye. So we're going to do it halfway across the eye. So starting in the center, I'm tapping. And it's not really going on, not really. So I'm going to have to swipe. Ah, there we go. All right, now I'm getting something. Because I had to swipe it. And if I'm going to do anything here, I need to, anything else to this besides putting this on, I need to hurry up and I need to smooth it out. However, I'm going to smooth it out. Okay. Let's see, where's my tool? All right, so I'm going to take this and just kind of Smooth it just a tad, because this dries almost immediately. When I tell y'all this is a quick drying, Danessa Myers was not playing when she said, I want it quick and I want it dry now. Whatever y'all doing, get her done. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, it doesn't really look like a whole lot on camera, but I promise it is very, 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 very glittery on my eye. It is very glittery. So I'm just doing it to the other eye. Gotta do it to the other side really fast. Now, I found that tapping these are great. And a lot of people said you need to tap instead of trying to rub it on. Which, okay. Which, like I say, I've gotten a lot of good results out of tapping. And, but this calls for swiping. Because when I was just tapping it, I got nothing. So, it did not want to do anything when I was tapping. So, I'm trying to really not block y'all from seeing what I'm doing here as I'm looking down. But I see I'm going to have to do that to kind of cover and do. And I'm going to do that also to the other eye. Okay. Okay. I think that turned out nice. I can kind of pull it all the way across. It don't really matter if I do halfway across or 3/4 across or whatever, but okay. Okay. Y'all can't really see this, but, and I think I am going to use one other thing here. Let's see. Let me find my color duo. And put Mr. Nesamaritz back. I'm gonna use this one too. A little bit. Just a little bit. This is the other side, and this is Apollo. And I actually am going to tap across here and do that. Yes, I know I'm supposed to take it out of the little tube, but I didn't. I didn't. All right. So I kind of have achieved a little bit, a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. And then I'm thinking, what else do I want to do here? I have one other glitter one. This is Aura Blitz. Okay. Yes. So this is the Chic Lamb Aura Blitz crystal jelly glaze stick. It's really nice, and it achieves the same effect as the Danessa Myers, except it's not $38. It is the same effect. This one I definitely have to swipe. All right, there we go. That is what I want for the gold. Okay, all right. But that's what this is. This is the Chic Lamb Crystal Jelly Glaze Eye Stick in the shade Aura Blitz. Okay, so yeah, I got glitter on my eyes a little bit. I kind of have a little bit too much, because really it's supposed to be just like a glitter kind of hint of glitter, but it'll be fine. Let me see if I got another one somewhere that is more glitter than anything else. I do not. That is not that. Thought I might have one in another pan that is more glitter than anything else. And I really don't, because I don't really like having too much glitter on my face. Not too much a fan of a ton of glitter on the face. Just because it's hard to get off. Once you get that on, you're going to have it everywhere on the face. Oh no. My sign fell down, which I knew it was going to fall down once I was fooling around up here. My little better late than ugly sign. I might put a little bit of this on here. Let's see. Hold on. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of glitter. Not really. It just, sometimes it's so much. Let's see. That kind of helps a little bit. So this is my NK Makeup Sunset Sangria palette. That's what this is. And I'm taking this shade right here and just kind of spackling it on my eye a little bit, if it would cooperate. Just kind of spackling it on to make it be a little bit more glittery. This eye seems to be a little bit more glittery than the other eye. Probably from how I put on the Danessa Myricks to start with. But yeah, me and glitter, I'd be so annoyed with glitter, so there's that. Okay. All right. So, eyes are a little bit more golden. Just a tad. I mean, I have gold eyeshadow that can affect this without doing all of that, but all right. So, there's that. All right. So, that's done. I'm very pleased with this eye. I like how this eye turned out. I am looking to see, and I keep bumping into my camera, so sorry. I'm looking to see if I can grab my other pencil. And I'm trying to find it before I reach over there. I see it, finally. All right, hold on. All right. This is another gold pencil. This is the Ruby Kisses 24-hour eyeliner. It was $3. I went to a hair store here in Columbia and bought it many ages ago. This was the other gold eyeliner that I have that I kind of want to use. And see, I kind of can cut this crease, and it's way more pigmented, which is weird, but all right. Okay. Okay, I like that. So what I did was I added more eyeliner, and I did halfway across. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That turned out real nice. All right. So we are not looking like Miss Ma'am because we do not have glitter, like for real glitter eyeshadow. And that's on purpose because I don't like super glittery eyeshadow. But I'm dusting my face off because I do have a little bit of fallout. Now, Remember when I said that Wildcat is super muted? Well, it's going to come in handy here because I want it to be super muted under my eye here on top of this black. So let's do that. Okay. So coming out of that inner corner up underneath here. Trying to see, did she do it all the way across or did she just do it right there in the inner corner? Looks like it's just in the inner corner. That's not terrible. Okay. So I'm just adding it to the inner corner, kind of half cross, like a half underline. Even though the black's still there too. Okay. I like that. That actually turned out okay. I'm not used to using this. Now, this looks weird to me because I'm not used to using any other color but black under my eye. So it takes a minute to get used to being like, hold on, there's something else other than black there. So, okay. I like how these eyes turned out. Okay. Eyes turned out all right. We're kind of glittery, sort of. I'm trying to think if I have any other gold like glitter palettes or anything here. I don't think that I do. I don't think that I do. I think that is the only gold that we're gonna get out of this situation here. I think. So I'm trying to think, is there any other gold? I have gold eyeshadow, but it is not glittery. So yeah, maybe not. Okay. All right. We'll be all right. Okay. So eyes are done as far as eyeshadow. So let's talk about, I'm going to clean up my space here a little bit because I can put these pencils up while I'm doing this. Let's talk about the face. So we did get a bunch of new foundations. And so I'm excited to try those. I'm very excited to try those. So we're going to see here, foundation wise. And I got some face primers. I got some new face primers. So we're going to try a bunch of new stuff here. All right. So face primer, let's start with that first, because now we're ready for face primer. And this is a doozy. All right. So this new face primer, this is the Live Tinted. I actually went and looked up how to pronounce it. It's Live Tinted, because it's supposed to be like give, not live. It's live. So this is the Live Tinted Hue Guard 3-in-1 mineral sunscreen moisturizer / primer. It's broad spectrum SPF 30. So, okay. This was supposed to be a free gift for me because I made Diamond. She rang me up though, so I don't know. But I was like, oh, hey, look at that. I just bought that. And that's why she handed this to me. I'm pretty sure the lady gave this to me. Oh, good Lord. That just kind of came out. As I gently pressed this tube and it just came out. So that's what this is. It's a real tiny tube, but all right. It's a mini size. I realized that too because I saw it on the website earlier today. All right. So I'm going to put this on. It smells like minerals, first of all. It does smell like minerals. It's also giving me a white pall here. But the color was very orange. It was orange like the box. So, this, I got, the reason why she gave me this when she was handing me my free gift, I bought and what we're going to use today is the Live Tinted 5-in-1 complexion stick. It's a like a foundation stick. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad you gave me that primer. Appreciate you. Saves me the trouble of buying the primer. Yeah, your girl would not wear this as by itself. So they acting like I could wear this by itself. If I were, not brown complected, I could. Because y'all, you see this cast it's giving me. Which is fine. We're gonna put foundation on top of it. That's fine. But there ain't no way I'm wearing this by itself. Not happening. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. I don't know who wearing this by themselves, but it ain't somebody who look like me. Let me put it that way. All right. So, let's kind of let that sit there for a second. We're probably going to need some concealer. Probably. I'm having just terrible skin right now. This has calmed down considerably, based on what it was, but this skin was just freaking out. I had hormonal acne thanks to my monthly cycle. I was like, ma'am, can you not? Like, you are screwing up my skin right now, ma'am. Oh, it's calmed down, and I've been taking measures to get it to calm down. Up to and including popping it, which I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, but I did it anyway, which is why we now have a mark sitting up here. But that's fine. I cover it up with makeup anyway, so it's not like it's not gonna get covered up. So, but all right. While we're waiting, I just wanted to let this sit for a minute. This is the Live Tinted Hue Stick. This is 5-in-1 complexion stick. Let me go ahead and tell y'all, this was $38. This was the splurge. We here at Budget Beauty use drugstore makeup the majority of the time. And when I say majority, I mean 99% of the time, it's drugstore, what would be considered drugstore makeup, because we are on a budget. We're supposed to be on a budget. But I saw somebody, Melinda Melrose, who I follow and who I absolutely adore. I love her reviews. She has some of the most beautiful lips I've ever seen. She reviewed this recently, and I was like, look like I'm going to go put this in my list to buy. And then I looked it up, and I was like, it's $38. Well, looks like we're going to go ahead and add it anyway, because you spent that money on Danessa Myricks. So, and I was like, I've spent $38 on some makeup before. I have some YSL mascara, and I have now this, and I have the Danessa Myricks makeup. So, listen, her Color Fix sticks and her Color Fix pastels, multi-use pastels. So, y'all, we do every so often splurge. So this was the splurge during the last haul. And I was like, I want to try this because I think this is going to be great. I saw it being used on someone who looks like me, who has my skin tone. And I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get it. So I did. I went and got it. And I tried it very briefly, and it is fantastic. It felt so good, and it matched me perfectly. The skin tone shade range is great. Very pleased with it. So we're going to try it now because I think we are ready. This face is soft. All right. So this is, like I say, this is the Live Tinted 5-in-1 complexion stick, Hue Stick. All right. So see, y'all can't even tell. Look at that little stripe there. Perfect match. Shade range is great. I'm not in that light skin range, y'all. I'm just not. So finding colors for me, I'm always a weird color. It also smells like clay. Smells like metallic-y clay or something. I don't know. It smells interesting. I'll give it that. But y'all can't even tell I'm putting this stick on my face. Because I rubbed it in when I did a little test on my face the other day. I rubbed it in and I couldn't even tell where I had put the darn thing to take it off when I was going to go do, because I was just testing it while I was doing the beauty haul, and I knew I was going to wear something else for foundation. So, as you can see, it covered up that spot almost immediately. So it's full coverage because that covered that up. I did not get any new concealer, so I may not need to use concealer today. That is entirely possible. Matter of fact, I don't think I will. Okay. Skip between them eyebrows and up here a little bit. All right. So, very pleased. Ooh, it's got a magnetic top too. Because see, when I did this, and it automatically clicked it. I was like, oh, okay. Ooh, I can't even tell. I mean, I can barely tell that I put stuff on I just sat here and did it, but I can barely tell that I put something on my face. Ooh, this is going to be nice. All right, so I'm using my Morphe 103 foundation brush to blend this in. Y'all, this is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. Seamless blend, perfect match. I mean, this is quick blend too. Look at that. It's a quick blend. So that's fantastic. Full coverage. I think this is full coverage. It might be medium coverage, but either way, I know it's covering. It's a nice brown on my skin. And yes, you kind of got to get up to the hairline. Let's get up to that hairline. That's why I pull my hair back so I can get up there. And I don't get this all in the way while I'm trying to get my hair all in the way while I'm trying to do this. I am going to come back and do my mascara in just a second. It covered those spots basically. Now my skin is being a little weird right here, but it's pretty nice. Let's see if I can get between my eyebrows, please. Okay. Okay. Nice. That is very nice. Beautiful blend. That is an absolute beautiful blend. And the shade of this, by the way, was shade 4. I color matched myself on, I went on Ulta and I color matched myself. So shade 4 is a perfect match. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely stunning blend. And it is full coverage. So I do not necessarily need foundation plus concealer if I do not want to. Okay. So I am also going to do, I am going to use my concealer brush. This is the 132 concealer brush. I'm going to try to get up underneath here. See if I can't get that a little bit better. Okay. See if I can get between my eyebrows. Okay, and around my mouth a little bit. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Look at that. I mean, that is a perfect blend. Wow. I am very, 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 very pleased with this. Okay. All right. I mean, that's perfect. That is perfect, and it's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful brown. All right. So now we are going to. We could do some highlighter. I do have cream highlighter, and I could do that because I noticed here in the photo, Miss Lady has highlighter under her eyes a little bit. It's like lighter under here, and she has on bronzer, but we don't use bronzer. And she has on blush, so we are going to use blush. And I might use. I have a new blush, and I have two new blushes, liquid and cream. So we're gonna try that and see. All right, so let's use some highlighter. Let me see if I can find it. All right, this is the ColourPop liquid highlighter, dewy liquid highlighter. I feel like I got a hair down here somewhere. I do. There it is. This I'm gonna do under. Let's see, she did it under the eye. Under the eye. All right. And then I need something to diffuse it down. So I gotta find my cream highlighter. This is a liquid blush. This will work. Okay. Okay. Actually, kind of, sort of did that right. Looks like kind of, sort of did it right. Okay. Nose is itchy. All right. And then, let's see. Oh, she did it on her chin, too. She did it on her chin. I realized it's on the chin. This might look a little weird on the chin for me. For me, this might look a little weird, but maybe not. All right, got to grab a brush and do. Okay, not too bad. Huh, okay. It's not bad. I could stand a little bit more up underneath there and a little bit under there. Just a tad bit more. Yeah, that don't look bad at all on the chin. Okay. Gives a nice little pop of shine on the chin. Okay. Never thought of doing it down there, but all right. I'm used to putting everything up here and teaching myself to put it up there. All right. So then, all right. So let's do some blush. And then I'm going to do my eyes. All right. So the new blush that I got, one of the new blushes. I don't know if this is the one I necessarily want to use, though. But we're going to use it. We're going to use it. All right. So this is the Juvia's Place Blush Liquid Blush. This is the shade Rosy Posy. So we are doing liquids and liquids right now. So I'm going to add 1 dot. Maybe 2 dots. That's almost too much. 1 dot. 2 dots. All right. That's all we need. I promise that is all we need. All right. So then I need my actual liquid concealer, cream and liquid blush. I just used that one. A highlighter brush. I could use that. All right. So this is the liquid highlighter brush. I used the one for cream and liquid blush over for the highlight part, but I want to do this one. So we're going to do this one. Yep, see, 2 was almost too much. Almost. But the good thing here is we're going to tone that down when I set my face in just a second. Now, I like this. Very subtle. This is actually super subtle because this pink matches my skin tone a little bit closer than, like, say, a pearlized pink. Like a pearlized baby pink. This matches a lot better. So, yeah, this is going to calm down considerably once I tamp it down with some thing. 2 dots is too much, almost too much, but you can kind of sort of get away with it. I do like this color though. This color is fantastic. This was the color. Rosy Posy. I didn't have my eye on Rosy Posy for a minute anyway. Alright, so now I have a Flawless Skin Trio. I have the Essence Flawless Skin Trio Loose Setting Powder. Blurring, Brightening, Smoothing. Okay, now it says to how to use Pink and Peach for under eye brightening. Lilac corrects yellow undertones. Mix for setting and mattifying. Okay. I'm curious to see how this is going to work. Alright. And then, okay, so you take this part out first. Because then you have this, and that says please remove. So then you got to take this out, and there's a little tab that you take it out with. If I could grab the tab. Okay. Alright. Oof. I got powder everywhere. Alright, so now the little holes, there are little holes in here for each section for the colors. Now they're open. So now we put the little thing back in. And then we're going to mix it. Alright, I assume we will get some of the pink in. Okay. Then you turn it. Get some of the yellow in. Okay. Okay. And then got powder everywhere. And then I go over here and turn it one more time to get all 3. Okay. So now I have all 3. Supposedly. I'll say that. Supposedly, we have all 3 in here. I don't think I have all 3, but here we are. Alright, so now I need a little puff. I just need a little puff. We're going to take this puff and we're going to do this. I'm hoping this is going to work. Rubbing it together and priming it in my hand. And now we're going to set. And of course I got too much up there. It's not terrible. I'm going to need some more. I have to mix some more. But this isn't terrible. I'm not. This is getting on my nerves though because I can't seem to prime it in my hand well enough. Y'all see, I keep getting entirely too much of it right up underneath my eye. Right up underneath the eye. So I'm trying to, this is the messiest thing. The messiest. Matter of fact, you know what? We keep trying to do this. That's what we have our tins for. So hold on just a second. Let's work a little smarter. And I was going to use this Ulta Beauty Cloud Blush, but we will use that another time. Let's see. That's not my powder one. I'm just dropping stuff everywhere. Okay. All right. All right. So what we're going to do here is, instead of trying to mix this all in the little thing, just take some in here. I'm using my tin. That's, I'm taking the time to do this. And trying to get different colors in equal measure. All right. There's a lot of powder just went up in the air. A lot of powder went up in the air. That was the yellow side, I think. That's the pink. And I got some of the purple. All right, so I need a little bit more of the purple. Just a little bit. All right. Okay. And then a little bit more of the pink. All right. So now I got a pretty healthy concoction of this. I think I got a nice little concoction of it. All right, so there, I have mixed it. Why we just didn't do that from the beginning? Oh, then I dropped my puff, so I'm gonna get another puff out of here. Actually, let's just do this. I'll just use another one. I have a bunch of these. I bought these from Marshall's, these puffs from Marshall's. All right, so all right, I got a good healthy amount of it on my puff. All right, now I'm priming it in my hand. Let's try that again. All right, there we go. That's much better than trying to sit there and do that from each side into the little thing. So much easier. And I got a nice healthy blend of it. I should probably put too much in there, but that's fine. Okay. And see, tamped it down. Very pleased. All right. On both sides. Okay. Now, Miss Ma'am is not wearing a light pink blush, but we are going to, because I have a pink blush that I want to try. I've heard so much about this blush. I would like to try it. So, I'm gonna in this test here. All right, so then we're going to go in with the NYX Buttermilk Blush. I've heard so much about it. Like, people are just raving about it. And I'm like, I want to use it. I want to use it. So I bought it, finally. It's been sitting in my cart for a minute. So, we're going to try it. Let's see. Very pretty. And let's get our powder. This concealer. This is liquid highlighter. Where's my powder brush? Powder brush. Okay. All right. This is powder. This is the M164 Morph powder brush. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. All right. She said hello. She said hello. All right. So as you can see, I have blush on. Powder blush on. Okay. All right. That's pretty. Okay. Okay, Nyx. Okay. I like that. I really like that. So, okay. I'm pleased with that. Okay. So, my blush is done. All that's done. Let's work on this eyeshadow. All right. So, we got a new eyeshadow primer. It's not our usual essence. I realized that other people make eyeshadow primer. So, not eyeshadow primer, mascara primer. And I'm like, other people do make it. So, I just use the essence so much that I'm like, okay. So, I wanted to try this. This is the Ulta brand. Trying to get it out of the package here. This is the Ulta Beauty Collection Lash Expand Volumizing Mascara Primer. So, I'm pretty sure it's white. It's going to be white, I'm pretty sure. Or I could be wrong. Oh, no, it's lime green. Off-white? That's weird. Okay. The brush is at like a lime green, but the primer itself is white. So, okay. All right. Let's go give her a go. My lashes have recovered since the last, in the last week or so. I can usually tell when it's time to let them rest. Now, this ain't giving Essence, but or Maybelline, but it's giving something. It is actually giving something. Okay. It's definitely waking them up and spreading them out. So there's that. So you can see that. All right. Twist and then apply to the other eye. Huh. Okay. So I like this. It's not bad. It's not as thick as the Essence. It's not quite as thick. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's a primer. It's an eyelash primer, mascara primer. So it's not terrible. Okay. Now, for the mascara, we got a new mascara. This is also from the Ulta Beauty Collection because I wanted to see what this was gonna do. This is the Ulta Beauty New Heights Lifting Mascara. So, brand new. This is in the shade Jet Black. Also, that blush, that buttermilk blush, was in the shade Getting Butter. So, let's put her on and see what she does. doing something because I can immediately tell that my lashes are black again. Now I don't know about this wand. I need to like get real close. So let me grab my hand mirror and using my hand mirror here, as you can see, to get real close to do my lashes. So okay. It's interesting. Now this ain't no Sephora collection, but it's decent. I mean, they're big, as you can see. Okay, so yeah, it's all right. Okay. All right. Look all right. I think. Yeah, I think it looks okay. It's decent. They're not like super high or anything, but they all right. Put this okay. Ulta, that's not terrible. I mean, they're decent. That's not bad, and the eyelash primer is not bad either. That's pretty decent. Okay. Trying to debate, do I want to add any more eyeshadow or eyelash, uh, anything to this? I think we're good. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about these lips. So, as the face is done, we're done with the face. Miss Ma'am here did, she did a brown lip with some gloss over the top of it and a brown outline. A brown, almost black outline to give the lips some dimension. So we're going to do the same thing. And it just so happens that I have a brown lipstick. This is going to be, we're going to use the NYX Liquid Lingerie Double XL in the shade Going Desnuda. Because this is a very brown shade. And then we're going to put some gloss on top of it. And I have two glosses that I want to do. So, I have to get up to go over here into the kit to get my liner, which is going to be important to this, and to get the gloss. So, bear with me just a second. So, I need that. Let me see. So I'm looking into the kit and I'm trying to get a good brown that's gonna work here. And I have two glosses that I want to use. It's kind of hard looking in this kit really fast. Let me see. I'm looking for my Juvia's Place gloss, which would be helpful if I could find it. It'd be helpful real quick. I found one of them. I want to use the Essence Extreme Shine gloss. And actually, that might be the only one that I use. Okay. All right. So, we're going to use, this is the double XL. And then we're going to use the NYX double XL liquid lingerie. And then we're going to use the Essence Extreme Shine lip gloss. And these are the liners we're going to use. I'm going to use a black and I'm going to use a brown. So, all right. Let's get her going for these lips. All right. So to start, we're going to use the black liner and make that the base. And then we're going to use the brown liner to go on top of it. So I'm using my hand mirror so I can get in very close. Okay, so that's the black liner. Then we're going to go in with the brown liner. Which really isn't doing anything. the black is kind of overtaking it. It's kind of doing something, but not much. Okay. It's kind of not doing anything. This really isn't the brown that I probably should have used. Probably should have used a different brown, but it's fine. All right. Now, looking at her lips, she used the brown base, which is going to be the NYX. So let's go ahead and do that. A lot. Okay. All right, so the brown is on. We got a brown base. Okay. So, we're going to throw this gloss on once this dries. So, let us go ahead and set the face. And then we're going to throw that on there. So, let me put this down. Now, we do have a new setting spray to try. This is the Essence Fix and Last Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. So, I actually got two of these. One of them is the Make It Last Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. And the other one is like an 18-hour. And I'm like, but that should be the same. I don't understand what's happening. Why are they different? So yeah, it's two different things. So let me. Okay, so I'm gonna set my face here, and I'm probably gonna have to use Mr. Sweetful. Smells like any other setting spray. Not L'Oreal Infallible. All right. So I am now drying my face. So I like how this face turned out. This is actually pretty decent. I, I I'm not that close. I didn't get that close, but I mean it looks okay. Like I like how I did this. I would do this way if I were doing this. I probably wouldn't use as much blush though. Probably. At least for the powder blush, I wouldn't use as much blush. And I could tone that down, I guess. I could use some setting powder to tone it down. And there's still time to do so. Yes, as I say this, as I am doing my face here with setting spray, but you can always go back in and set it again. It's nothing that can't be fixed, unfixed and fixed. Okay, so yeah, I mean we're not close, but we're close enough. We're close enough. Also, my lips are dry, so we're ready for the gloss. Okay. All right, so my face is also dry. Thank you, Mr. Sweetful. All right, so let's go in with this gloss. This is the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Biscuit Bliss. It does not have menthol in it. Some of these do and some don't. I like this Biscuit Bliss. It is very, very glossy. Okay. Now I think the area where I got the closest is probably these lips. Probably. Okay. Yeah, I think the area where I matched closest is the lips with this final result. Okay. So, time to, I'm trying to think, do I want to powder that down just a little bit more? I think I do. I think I got a little bit too much blush on here for what I was trying to do. So, I have a darker blush that I want to use. I do like how I got the highlight on the chin. That turned out nice. Even with it powdered to the gods, it's a decent it's real decent. That turned out decently. All right. Got primeness in my hand. I'm gonna tone this down just a tad because this is a lot. And then I am gonna set it again with I'm gonna set it again with spray in that area. I mean, I probably don't need to, but I would like to do that since that's what I usually do when I'm finished. I mean, that is nice and toned down because it's matted down again. So it doesn't look quite as wow. Okay, all right. That's a lot better now for me. All right. So let me set that one more time with some spray. Okay. It's taking a minute. All right. Ooh, yes. Now that is much better. All right. Much better. Much, much better. Okay. So, let me wipe off my hands real fast so I can take my hair down. All right. So, I think we did a fairly decent job. Also, considering we don't use falsies, I think we did a fairly decent job of capturing what I want to capture, and at least getting some of the makeup right here. Some of the makeup right. So let me pull the wig back down. I just look like myself in the 90s. Because that's exactly what I look like in the 90s. With brown lipstick. Okay. And then straighten up those bangs a little bit. Okay. I really don't have any place to put anything now. Because it's just full of makeup over here. Okay. So this, my friends, is the completed look. So I think we're good to go here. I think we're good to go. Putting on my earrings too, because I got some earrings. That under eye for the highlight actually worked really nice. I like that. I like how that worked. And the eyeliner, the half eyeliner, that actually turned out nice too. I'm very pleased with that. I can see the highlighter on my cheeks here. And the color. Yeah. Yay! All right, so you guys, we're done. This is my end result. The eyes are different because I don't really have, like I said, I don't really have gold per se, but this turned out really nicely. I thought I like how it looks. I like the end result on me. I just look like my 90s self, I guess. Because this is kind of what I look like, except I had my hair in braids instead. I would wear my hair in braids. So, yeah, I like this. I think this turned out nicely. So, I want to thank you for watching. This has been day 1 of the 12 Days of Beauty. And we are going to be back in here tomorrow to do something else. I'm going to find another tutorial, see what I want to do, and see if I can pull it off and get close enough to look like I attempted something. We'll see. I want to thank you guys for watching. Come back and watch more of our videos. We have 4 other series that are our main series. We have the actual main series. We have the breakdown. We have the beauty haul, and we have buying and trying. So this will be the start of a new special series for the next 12 days until the new year and a little bit after the new year. And then we'll come back and do it at the end of 2026. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and watch more of our videos later. Thank you for the support. Peace.